be talking about translations. The reason we have different translations is to accommodate different levels of reading comprehension. We are going to start out with one of the hardest, and I am labeling this as for an advanced reader. Somebody who is capable of understanding and applying theoretical concepts. We are looking at Romans 12:19. The first, we are reviewing the King James Version. Beloved, do not avenge yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. You might have noticed avenge is not a common word and is not used in our everyday vocabulary unless you've watched The Avengers. And next, you will notice it says give place unto wrath, but it doesn't tell you who you're giving place for wrath to. With a good grasp of reading comprehension, if you continued and you saw what is in the quotations, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord, you would be able to grasp and comprehend that you're leaving place for wrath to God. But not everybody has that capability. They're just not there yet. And sometimes they never get there because that's not the way God has designed them. Their minds are at a different functioning capacity than yours. But let's move on. Next on the list is the NIV, or the New International Version. I have labeled this as for intermediate readers, those who are able to practically apply what they are reading. Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, It is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord. Now you realize that revenge is much more common in today's vernacular. So this solves the problem for those who might struggle with reading comprehension on a small level. And then next, it's not ambiguous at all who you're leaving room for wrath for or to. It says right there in the text, but leave room for God's wrath. And then it continues the quotation as the above one in the King James Version did. It says, It is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord. So this gives us an understanding of the word avenge. Without removing it completely, we can attach the word avenge to revenge. And most people are going to do that subconsciously. So it's handing us small, soft skills that we can use elsewhere, just the way it's worded. Let's check out the last translation. This is the NLT, or the New Living Translation. I have labeled this as novice. This is for people who have limited reading comprehension and limited experience in the church. And it reads, Dear friends, never take revenge. Leave that to the righteous anger of God. For the scriptures say, I will take revenge, I will pay them back, says the Lord. This reading has no ambiguity. We are told to never take revenge, and no uncommon words are used here. Then it even gives us the explanation as to why we should not take revenge. It says, leave that to the righteous anger of God. We are not supposed to take revenge because our anger is not always righteous. God's anger is. Then it goes on to say, For the scriptures say, I will take revenge, I will pay them back, says the Lord. Here, somebody with limited reading comprehension and limited experience is kind of handed everything they need in a nice little bundle.